Hey guys, David here from Sunshine Acres on the beautiful Sunshine Coast located in the Noosa Hinterland. Here today to talk to you about the two machines I've got sitting before me. The Derette DRT 450, which I've just picked up from the dealership, and my Cardywell CW 460 that I imported directly from China myself. Both of them are in the same weight category. They both have 22 horsepower engines and they both have triple pumps. So why would you pay $16,000 for the machine from a dealership versus $8,000 directly imported yourself? So I'm going to have a little bit of a walk around today and show you why you might be inclined to want to spend a little bit more, or if you're more of a budget friendly person and you've got a strict budget, you might be interested in a machine more along the Land Hero side. The triple pumps are both around the same capacity, around 30 litres per minute. Both of these machines will run a stump grinder or a trencher as long as it's matched for your hydraulic flow. They'll both run augers. They're both around the same weight category. They're both very similar in width and length. So let's deep dive in a bit more and have a look into why this one here is twice the price versus this guy. First things you'll notice is the lifting arms here. These are a single lifting arm, a box section. These are a C-channel here, and these are known to break in here when they're being over abused. Whereas this guy has a nice big thick panel, and if you think about shear strength, this is considerably stronger. We have our second set of lifting arms to enable our auto leveling bucket. Oh, that's something I should mention too, is with this guy here you get a nice auto leveling bucket. This guy is raw as. I think if you want to describe these two machines, this is probably like our 1980 Hilux, and this is kind of like our Prado. This is a rough ride. This is a nice smooth ride with a few mod cons and gadgets in it. Neither of them have a cup holder yet, neither do Toyotas. Something I also noticed is this guy here, you can open the bonnet straight up without having to lift the arms. We can get in here and access our battery with ease, all our components. So if you had a breakdown, I think this is probably a little bit more convenient. This guy here, you can't get the arms up if you've had a breakdown or it won't start. So you have to remove this panel to access the battery down in there. A little bit of a pain in the ass. Neither here nor there though, I guess. First thing you'll notice is the build quality. These guys here, it's just an extra mil thicker on the bucket. Here we go. The cutting edge on the CW 460 is just a mild steel. It's nothing great. Whereas the cutting edge here is definitely a lot better quality, and it's probably a hardened steel. The other thing I'd like to notice with you is the tracks. On this guy here, we've only got our 3 rollers, and we've got our mechanical track tension with a single locking nut. It does the job, and I can't actually show you now, maybe later when I lift it. There's a fair bit of slop in this front pin in here, so when you're driving this machine, there's a lot of noise, rattling and clunking going along. This guy's nice and smooth. When you come around to here, I'll show you on this track, we've got our 4 rollers, so we're less likely to derail. And we've got our locking nut here, but we actually adjust this track tension with this nut on the end here. So we've got a nut to kind of adjust it and a locking nut. So it's almost like a double locking situation here to stop it rattling loose. So it's a lot better tensioning system. If you just have a general look around here too, it's a bit more robust and a bit more duty. We don't have a gap through the back here, so dirt's not coming in through the back. The other thing too is these rollers are greasable. Another thing we'll notice is the fuel tank's up high. And this guy comes standard with counterweights. This guy comes with our nice Honda engine. I'll just give you a little listen to this. I'd consider this sort of like your V-rod. With that beautiful and smooth. It's more, I consider it more like your Harley Davidson, you know. This would sound great with a great set of extra, you know. The thing I'd like to notice is the operator's station. This guy here, you're very exposed at the back. Yeah, you can pull these guys up, but it's a lot of distance. And I don't even know if that would catch you, save you, to be honest, in a big fall. It's just maybe a false sense of security. I've never used them. I think I'd rather just hop off. The controls are a little bit wider, and there's a considerably less resistance on the controls. They're definitely a lot cheaper and a lot smoother. Quick demonstration. This guy's, it's abrupt. You know, it's not smooth. It's very raw and angry when you use it. In comparison to why you would probably spend more on this, if you weren't mechanically minded, I would definitely point you to one of these. Plus, with local dealership and backup, you can have parts straight away. The dealer here in Brisbane carries enough parts. There's another video on my channel showing you all the parts that he has in stock. There's enough stuff in his stock to, you know, fix any breakdown within a week or two. Whereas if you buy this direct from the dealer, direct from the importer, sorry, the seller, you're going to have to wait a few months for your parts, maybe 6 weeks. It just depends on availability and how quick they get those shipped out to you. And again, you're going to have to go backwards and forwards, supply videos, and convince the seller that you have actually got a fault that you didn't do yourself. Whereas with Frank here on North Brisbane, you can just go and take it to him and show him, and he can assess the problem himself if he needs to. Inside the control station here, you feel safe. You don't feel like you're going to fall off, which may or may not be a good thing given the hills. A bit of padding makes it nice. It's all clean and user friendly. The controls, as you notice, are nice and smooth. And our control station is a lot closer and in tight here. It's a lot smaller and everything just feels firm. There's no slop in the controls. Like, this is it's definitely a lot more hand fatigue. If you have enjoyed this, and if you like my channel, if you'd like to see more, give us a like and subscribe.